瞬く間に300万部ロンドンを恐怖のどん底に陥れ悪の中の悪漆黒の闇を心に抱くその男の名は人類史上最も著名な殺人鬼
Let's start with this quote from the gold medal of this week in the anime podium. The future is not something to be given, it is something to be earned. Buddha, who ultimately fought for humanity, always with his deep philosophical insight. Good evening, my friends. That's right, the weeks are flying by. Another Saturday has arrived, and with it, the first part of our weekly news segment, What's New with the News? You already know the topics. In the anime world, aside from today's podium, whose first place is taken by a brand new Netflix project, we also have a story from Viz Media and a title set for 2026. There's also a stop-motion project, always a well-appreciated animation style, and the second season of the series that turned the Power Rangers concept upside down. In the manga world, we have some new stories kicking off. Shogakukan alone is launching 3. The publisher of Berserk, Kentaro Miura's masterpiece, is bringing another successful manhwa to the market, and Titan Manga is set to release a story that blends comedy with rock and roll. And what about you, YouTube? How was your week? Are you ready for the final episode of what has already become one of this year's biggest sensations, Solo Leveling? For those who haven't read the light novel or the manhwa, get ready for what's coming. Now then, you can start the video. Let's start with an original project. The anime Miru Paths to My Future by Yanmar Holdings premieres on April 2nd on MBS and April 3rd on Tokyo MX. The omnibus series will have 5 episodes with different teams and studios. The opening theme will be AI equals UTA by the group VWP, and Miyavi will perform the ending theme, Find a Way. Maya Sakamoto voices a character in the prologue, and Masuo Ueda is the executive producer. Continuing with another new title for this year, the anime adaptation of See You Tomorrow at the Food Court will premiere in 2025, directed by Kazuomi Koga at Atelier Pont d'Arc. Juki Hanada is supervising the scripts, and Kyuta Sakai is the character designer and animation director. The story follows Wada, a mysterious student, and Yamamoto, an intimidating fashionista, who find a space to be themselves in the food court. Good things come to those who wait. Now, a long-awaited return. The second season of Our Last Crusade, or The Rise of a New World, will resume on April 10th, after being interrupted at episode 5 in August 2024 to maintain quality. The new episodes will return on May 8th. Kadokawa also announced the release of the Blu-ray, with 2 volumes scheduled for August 27th and September 26th.
長きにわたり戦争を繰り広げる2つの国
How about an adaptation from the mind of a legendary creator? Aniplex announced the anime adaptation of Tojima Tanzaburo wa Kamen Rider ni Naritai by Yokusaru Shibata. The story follows Tanzaburo Tojima, a 40-year-old man who still dreams of becoming a Kamen Rider until he gets involved in a robbery. The manga, launched in 2018 with support from Toei and Ishimori Production, is still ongoing. The spring season titles keep coming. The anime The Shunji Family Children will premiere on April 8th on ATX, Tokyo MX, BS11, and Kansai TV, with streaming on Abema and D-Anime Store. Nucherry performs the opening theme, Honey Lemon. The new cast includes Masaki Terasoma as Kaname Shiunji, the father of the 7 Shiunji siblings and a successful businessman.
だって兄弟じゃないならお付き合いも恋人にもなれるでしょ
As always, in the middle of the segment, there's a hit title. The second season of Go Go LoserRanger will premiere on April 13th on CBC TBS and affiliated networks, with streaming on Disney+. Orange Range performs the opening theme, and Fukurao provides the ending theme. The main team returns, including director Keiichi Sato and composer Yoshihiro Iki. The first season debuted in April 2024.
桜間響き裏怪人討伐専門グリーン部隊配属
We've been talking about this title a lot lately. The anime I'm the Evil Lord of an Intergalactic Empire premieres on April 6th in the Animazing block on ABC TV and TV Asahi. The four-member idol group Saishu Mirai Shoujo sings the opening theme, and Nagi Fujisaki performs the ending theme. Toshiya Miyata joins the cast as Liam in his previous life, which is explored in the story.
それで全てを見返してやる
我がバンフィールド家には莫大な
We always try to include all forms of animation. The movie Junk World, a sequel to Junkhead, premieres on June 13th and takes place 1,042 years before the original. Takahide Hori handles all the main production duties. The protagonist is Robin, previously known as Parton. The project was funded through crowdfunding, raising over 22 million yen. And before we reach today's podium, another title from the Crunchyroll catalog. The anime Teogonia will premiere on April 11th on Tokyo MX, Sun TV, and BS11, with streaming on Abema and Crunchyroll. Aimi Noda performs the opening theme, and STU48 performs the ending theme. Kunihiro Mori directs the series at Asahi Production, with Tomoyasu Okubo writing the script and Kenji Fujisawa composing the music.
なんだこれ
In third place, with the bronze medal, a title announced by Viz Media. The manga Black Torch by Tsuyoshi Takaki is getting an anime adaptation, directed by Kei Umabiki and character designed by Go Suzuki. The story follows Jiro Azuma, a shinobi who can talk to animals but gets into trouble when a mysterious cat merges with him, granting him exceptional powers. The series explores humanity's hidden battle against powerful spirits. With the silver medal, in second place, we're already thinking about next year. The anime The Darwin Incident by Shun Umezawa will premiere in January 2026, directed by Naokatsu Tsuda and Katsuichi Nakayama. The team includes Arisa Okehazama and Mariko Horikawa for the music, and Yoshikazu Iwanami as the sound director. Shinichi Inotsume handles the scripts, and Shinpei Tomuka the character design. The project is being produced by Bell Knox Films. And the gold medal this week goes to Netflix. Yes, you heard that right. The third season of Record of Ragnarok will premiere exclusively on Netflix, directed by Koichi Hatsumi and with a new studio, Umeda Company Times Maru Animation. The series will feature Yasuyuki Muto as head writer and new character designers Yoko Tanabe and Hisashi Kawashima. Yasuharu Takanashi returns for the music. The first season launched in 2021 and the second in 2023.
神の参照人類の参照
And we begin not with one, not with two, but with three new stories. Shogakukan revealed 3 new manga for the spring. Guzo Senbatsu Game, Idol Selection Game, follows a deadly competition between 527 idols to return to the stage. Then, Teito no Kakushimiko, an adaptation of a light novel by Ichiha Hiragi, will debut. Finally, the spin-off Namerikawa Gumi Yakuza Meshi, based on the manga Ushijima the Lone Shark, will also premiere. This publisher is a regular presence here. Dark Horse Books announced it will release Purgatory Funeral Cakes, a manhwa by Sanho, with the first volume in English set for release on November 18th in bookstores and November 19th in comic shops. The story follows Mago, a pastry chef, and her ghost assistant Miro, who make funeral cakes to comfort souls in purgatory. The manhwa debuted in 2021. Continuing with another new story, debuting next month, Ui and Inamaru will launch a new manga, Ura Dungeon Okusan, the Secret Dungeon Wife, in the next issue of Monthly Sunday GX on April 18th. The story follows Yui, a newlywed, who attempts to conquer a secret dungeon filled with monsters and treasures after the Demon King's defeat. However, Yui has a secret. Ui and Inamaru previously collaborated on Isekai Affair, released in 2020. Of course, we had to have a story reaching its end. More Than a Married Couple But Not Lovers by Yuki Kanemaru will enter its final part in the next volume, as announced in the 13th volume of the series. The story follows Jiro Yakuin, a student with no romantic experience who is paired with the popular Akari Watanabe for a school project called Marriage Practical. They must live together and act like a married couple in order to swap partners with their crushes. Another publisher that has been surprising us with pleasant surprises, Titan Manga has licensed the action comedy manga Isekai Metaller by Kasuga Dragon, Kasuga Rio, which will be released in English starting October 14th, with the second volume set to release on January 13th, 2026. The story follows Alex, a metalhead who, after being electrocuted during a concert, wakes up in a heavy metal-inspired fantasy world, where he uses his guitar as a magical weapon to defeat monsters. And to wrap up, another platform that has already become a Saturday regular for us. Kmanga has licensed the manga adaptation of The Battlefield Saint. I was made to marry a Duke Knight in place of my little sister, but I've since found happiness by Renichi Akagi, based on the light novel by Shikiso Utsuzawa. The story follows Finne, an unremarkable young woman who, after being sent to a battlefield as a military doctor, saves a critically injured Duke Knight, Leon. From that moment, her life changes drastically.
そうだな。お前が頑張っていたのは俺が一番よく知っている。
俺ならできる。あなたとは違うやり方で平和を守ります。
なんだ、俺より強くないじゃないか。
And we wrap things up with a quote from this week's silver medalist in the anime rankings, a title that promises to revolutionize 2026. What makes us human isn't just biology, but the choices we make? Well said, Lucy. Could humanity be more than just genetics? The Darwin incident is shaping up to be a hidden gem. Which piece of news did you like the most? In the anime world, we got another season, the third, of humanity's battle against the gods. We saw the adaptation of Black Torch, a series that looks really interesting. We also got the announcement of the most anticipated seinen anime adaptation for 2026. Plus, Go LoserRanger is getting a second season, bringing back childhood memories, but with some unexpected twists. Lastly, there was a new promotional video for an original project that's catching everyone's attention. On the manga side, the biggest highlight goes to Dark Horse Books, which is releasing a hit manhwa. Also worth mentioning is Titan Manga, bringing out a new action comedy story. Drop a like on the video, leave your comments, share it with your friends and on your social media, and have a great Sunday. Take the time to recharge your batteries, and tomorrow, same time, same channel, we'll be back with part 2 of our usual weekend news. See you all tomorrow.